Hello children, how are you all? Are you all well? I hope you all are well. Today is our phonics class and today we are going to learn the sound of the alphabets. You know, we have 26 alphabets in our alphabetical system, right? They are A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Yes, there are 26 alphabets in our alphabetical system. And today we are going to learn the sounds of the alphabets. Okay. Now what is the first alphabet? It's A. Okay. The sound of A is A. Sound of A is A. What is the sound of B? Sound of B is B. Sound of B is B. Everyone repeat after me. Sound of B is B. Sound of C is K. Sound of C is K. Sound of D is D. Sound of D is D. Now sound of E is A. Sound of E is A. Sound of F is F. Sound of F is F. Sound of G is G. Sound of G is G. Sound of H is H. Sound of H is H. Sound of I is E. Sound of I is E. Sound of J is J. Sound of J is J. Sound of K is K. Sound of K is K. Sound of L is L. Sound of L is L. Next is M. Sound of M is M. Sound of M is M. Sound of N is N. Do it after me. N. Sound of N is N. Sound of O is O. Sound of O is O. Sound of P is P. Sound of P is P. Sound of Q is Qu. Sound of Q is Qu. Sound of R is R. Sound of R is R. Sound of S is S. Sound of S is S. Sound of T is T. Sound of T is T. Sound of U is A. Sound of U is A. Sound of V is V. Sound of V is V. Sound of W is also V. Sound of W is V. Sound of X is X itself. So it sounds as X. Sound of X is X. Sound of X is X. Sound of Y is Y. Sound of Y is Y. Sound of Z is Z. The last alphabet is Z. The sound of Z is Z. Okay. Please practice at home with your parents. So these are our 26 alphabets and the sound of the alphabets. And now we will learn the vowels. Vowels are special alphabets. Vowels are special alphabets. There are 5 vowels in our alphabetical system. Those are A, E, I, O, U. Okay, please learn it. There are 5 vowels in our alphabetical system. Now let us recap the sounds of the vowels. Okay, now sound of A is A. Sound of A is A. Sound of E is A. Sound of E is A. Sound of E is A. Okay, now sound of I is E. Sound of I is E. Sound of I is E. Sound of O is O. Sound of O is O. Sound of U is A. It's a long A, okay? So you have to stretch the A. Sound of A is A. So these are the 5 alphabets. A, E, I, O, U. Now with the alphabets, we are going to learn some words with it, okay? These are some oral words. You please do it orally. Alright? Okay. Now we will take our phonics book. Yes. And we'll go to page number 4. The first one, it starts with sound A. Okay. First one is man. It's M-A-N. Man. M-A-N. Man. The sound of M is M. Sound of M is M. Sound of A is A. Sound of A is A. Sound of N is N. Sound of N is N. So M, A, N. man. M-A-N. Man. Can you hear the sound of A in man? See? Man. See? Man. So, M-A-N. Man. The next one is van. V-A-N. Van. V-A-N. Van. The sound of V is V. Sound of A is again A. Sound of N is N. So, V-A-N. Van. V-A-N. Van. The next one is jam. J-A-M. Jam. J-A-M. Jam. The sound of J is J. Sound of A is A. Sound of M is M. So, J-A-M. Jam. J-A-M. Jam. So, this is how you will do the sound of A. Now, let's go to sound of E. The sound of E is A. Sound of E is A. Okay. Now, the first one is hen. H-E-N. Hen. H-E-N. Hen. The sound of H is H. Sound of E is A. Sound of N is N. So, H, A, N. Hen. H, A, N. Hen. See, can you hear the sound of A over there in hen? Hen. A. See, hey. Can you hear it? H-E-N. The next one is 10. The next one is 10. T-E-N. 10. T-E-N. 10. So the sound of T is T. Sound of E is A. Sound of N is N. So T, A, N. 10. T, A, N. 10. Okay. The next one is red. Do you like the color red? R-E-D. Red. R-E-D. Red. The sound of R is R. Sound of E is A. Sound of D is D. So, R, A, D. Red. R, A, D. Red. Okay. Now, this is how you will do sound of E. Next is sound of I. The sound of I is E. Sound of I is E. Sound of I is E. The first word is nib. N-I-B. Nib. N-I-B. Nib. Sound of N is N. Sound of I is E. Sound of B is B. So, N, E, B. Nib. N, E, B. Nib. Can you hear the sound of I? You know, E in this nib. Nib. Can you hear it? E. Nib. E over there. N-I-B. Next is bib. B-I-B. Bib. Sound of B is B. Sound of I is again E. Sound of B is again B. So, B-E, B. Bib. B-E, B. Bib. The next is hit. H-I-T. Hit. H-I-T. Hit. Sound of H is H. H. Sound of I is E. Sound of T is T. So, H, E, T. Hit. H, E, T. Hit. Okay. This is how you will do the sound of I. And next is sound of O. The sound of O is O. Sound of O is O. Do it with me. Sound of O is O. Now the first word is log. L-O-G. Log. L-O-G. Log. The sound of L is L. Sound of O is O. Sound of G is G. So L-O-G. Log. L-O-G. Log. Okay. Next one is dog. D-O-G. Dog. D-O-G. Dog. The sound of D is D. Sound of O is O. Sound of G is G. So D-O-G. Dog. Can you hear the sound over there with the O? O. Dog. Can you hear it? Dog. Dog. Can you hear the O over there? Yes, that is the sound of O. Next one is cop. C-O-P. Cop. C-O-P. Cop. The sound of C is K. Sound of C is K. Sound of O is O. Sound of P is P. K-O-P. Cop. K-O-P. Cop. Okay. This is how you will do the sound of O for the rest of the words. Now we go to sound of U. Sound of U. This is the last vowel of ours. U. The sound of U is A. Sound of U is A. You need to stretch that A to get A. It's A. Okay. The first word is none. N-U-N. None. N-U-N. None. The sound of N is N. Sound of U is A. Sound of N is again N. So N, A, N. None. N, A, N. None. Can you hear the sound of U over there? It's coming as A. It's coming as A. Sorry. A. So it's none. None. Can you hear the A over there? Let's do another one. Sun. S-U-N. Sun. S-U-N. Sun. The sound of S is S. Sound of U is A. And sound of N is N. So, S-A-N. Sun. Okay. The next one is cup. C-U-B. Cup. The sound of C is K. Sound of U is A. Sound of B is B. K-A-B. Cup. Okay. So we have completed our sound of the alphabet as well as the vowels with our small words, 3-letter words. Please practice at home and please listen to your parents. Are you listening to your parents? Are you washing your hands? And are you eating healthy food? We need to be fit and fine, right, before you come to school. So that when you come to school, we may study together and we may recite the vowel sounds together. Okay. So I will leave you today. Please practice at home and be good children. Okay. Bye-bye.